and I saw somebody like playing Team Fortress 2. I'm just like, oh boy, I guess Ray has a distant cousin in Boston. And then I walked by and I was like, oh crap, it's Ray. he was playing Team Fortress 2 in one of the LAN setups, but yeah, anyway.
I had no idea he plays TF2. That's awesome. I got to talk to him about that. Anyway, we're moving on off to Battlefield for the first game. House of 2000's very own Ralphie teaming up with Utopian Ray against Chag and Artik.
That's what it is on the GG. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Lowercase d. So, or it's a rest note in music terms.
True.
Chag and Artik. Anyway, music jokes. So yeah. So the team at hand, obviously, you know, Cloud Bayonetta, we said enough about them prior. This team's really good. Cloud Rosa, interesting combination on this side, because I personally don't think Rosaline is that stellar of a team's character, just because of the way that the meta has been shifting. Because she has the same problems that like other floaties have in teams. And the fact that she's huge. Your survivability is not that great, but at the same time, when you have Luma by your side, you know, you're not going to be missing much in regards to killing. It's just her survivability that's going to come into question. So we'll see how they're able to deal with the hands of Chag and Artik here.
Yeah. It's funny enough because Cloud, and I truly have no pun intended when I say this, he's usually the finisher when it comes to a lot of stocks. And I don't mean that as a finishing touch joke, even though finishing touch is what he does that with.
Right.
But with a character like Rosalina, you know, I feel like it can kind of go both ways with the two of them. I mean, Rosa can toss them. Rosa can, of course, like do the traditional Cloud style and like, oh, I'll grab them, you hang back, charge limit, and I'll throw them to you so you can finishing touch or cross slash. But Rosalina, like you said earlier, when Rosalina has the Luma on deck, she should be able to do a lot off of Cloud's throws as well if the Rosa is able to react to them. Because with the Luma, she'll be able to cover a little more distance with a lot more kill power, as that up air does take the first stock off of Utopian Ray. So I think with the red or black team, as I could say, it could definitely go both ways with these guys. But I agree with your in what you were saying before, in that Rosa is very tall and also very light. So in like the cluster ball of doubles with like 4 players as opposed to just 2, it should be a little harder.
She's just screaming, hit me.
Pretty much.
In space talk, obviously.
Yeah.
But again, not looking too awful for the red team yet. They are both down a stock, but Chag and
he's got to save him right now? No, he's able to make it back.
It's so nice using the dash attack to kind of mess up Chag's landing there, and then punishing the re-landing with the forward smash was very, very nice stuff from Ray.
Oh yeah, if there's one thing that Ray knows best, it's option coverage as Artik.
He saw up Rosa's dress, he's like, nah, I can't survive with this knowledge, man. Goodbye. So
yeah,
I was gonna say that's kind of the break that the red team needed right there. But Ray kind of on the ropes right now.
Now what the blue team should definitely focus on doing, as Chag was already way ahead of me, is trying to cover Rosalina's options as she recovers back onto the stage. As we all know, Rosalina's up B does not have a hitbox, does not have any form of invincibility on it as well. And Bayonetta is one of the best edge guarders in the game.
Once again, screaming, hit me.
Exactly. So once the blue team is able to get Utopian Ray off stage, they got to eliminate half of the red team's kill power by just mercilessly edge guarding this space princess, woman, girl, whatever. As they, oh my god!
Oh my god!
God, I hate that. It's just like, look over here. Now look over there. Oh my god! It's like I'm watching like a Nick Jr. show, like as a kid with ADHD, dude.
No, it's an Old Spice commercial. It's like, look back at your partner, and look back at me, and look back at your partner.
Sadly, your partner is not me.
Yeah. Up smash will get the job done.
Wow, that barely killed, actually.
So now they're in a favorable position. Is the red team? You know, Ralphie's sitting at kind of the danger percent. But
and Utopian Ray, definitely a danger percent as well of max rage Rosalina, but she does have 2 stocks.
Oh, that was so smart!
You saved him from the cross slash,
and Ralphie's gonna die for it.
Wow.
Okay, that would have been really bad if Ray lost that stock and wasn't able to reach there.
Yeah, that's the name of the game for doubles, though, ladies and gentlemen. The red team had that huge lead, and then all of a sudden, the complete turnaround with a shared stock and with a forward throw from Bayonetta is going to be able to do it against Utopian Ray, and all of a sudden, Ralphie is stuck between a witch and a Cloud place, and the Cloud place won.
Yeah, that was bad. So as Cloud and his goth girlfriend will win the first game. It's actually funny because on both sides, like these characters are very aesthetically pleasing. Like Rosalina's Betty Cooper, from Archie. Like she's Betty, but Bayo is Veronica.
Yeah.
She's like the hot, like rich toy. Shouts to Riverdale. You guys should watch that show if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's like I'm watching like Starfire go up against like a possessed raven.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
Anyway, Town and City.
Yo, and she even has a Silky. She's got the star.
Disgusting.
And she's from space! Oh my god, correlations. Anyway, we're on Town and City. This is gonna give this will give both of these teams plenty of room to be able to ping pong and plenty of room to be able to kill off the top. Because if there's one thing that all three of these characters are able to do, it's kill off the top.
It's kill you incredibly early if you're not paying attention.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of a chance Ray's gonna get to do that because, like, keeping your Luma resource available at all times is obviously kind of hard enough to do depending on the characters, but I feel like in teams it's way harder because you have double the hitboxes in order to deal with Luma, so you can kind of swing a little bit more freely and not worry about getting punished for it.
Yeah, it's way harder. I don't know if you saw, but ooh, that's going to be able to take the stock right there. I don't know if you saw Artik. He wasn't even trying to down tilt the Luma or anything. He wasn't like focusing on the Luma, but he just got that dinky little last hit of the down tilt as Utopian Ray was recovering, and that was all it took to be able to get rid of the star. So it's going to be hard to be able to keep that 3v2 that the red team has going.
That was some really fun like ledge play there for a second. Ralphie was showing his hand a little bit early, charging a down smash, and then Chag was able to run up and up smash and interrupt it. So Ralphie, as that back arrow finished the job finally. So everybody down to Saga except Ralphie until I open my big mouth, and he will lose it to that up smash.
Oh my god. And Utopian Ray would just... If there's one thing Utopian Ray has to the bone, it's option coverage, man. It's option coverage. This is how he plays. He knows exactly where you're going to be. He knows exactly where you're going to go, knows right where to put the Luma. And definitely whenever he hits you, he's going to be able to find some way to hit you with both his character and the Luma. But he gets first troubles anyway. That was...
yeah, that poor hurt box, man.
Relatively low as Utopian Ray, as I speak so highly of him, is now down on his last stock.
Yeah. No fault to your own, though. I mean,
of course.
Like, whoa.
Whoa!
What? Everybody just died.
Was the Luma even there? Did the hitbox extend or something? Because both of those guys, I don't know if the blue team was hitting each other right there. It was like a magic act or something, man. Like, I would pay a lot of good money when I'm in Vegas to see a show like that, because they both just disappeared off the top. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was quite magical if I've ever seen something like that. So
yeah.
Now the blue team on the wrong end of a bad team's combo right there is Ray and Ralphie trying to finish it right there on somebody.
Yeah.
But now Ralphie still has another stock to play with, so if the red team plays their cards right, we will see a third game here.
Yeah, and if blue team plays their cards right, and by that I mean Chag, he's definitely going to be the finisher for these guys right now with their very high percents. He's got to kill one of them right now if blue team wants to be able to bring this back and have a chance at another chance at winning this game too, and avoiding that. But just as I say that, Chag goes out with the dash attack from Ralphie, and now it is Artik who is stuck between two hard places and a cloud.
Yeah, This is pretty rough for Artik right now, especially because Ralphie still has that whole other stock to use like you were talking about.
But the back air is going to be able to do it in the share stock now. All he's got to do is get rid of he's got to up and dip, up and dop. Oh, and he tried to do something even cooler.
All he has to do is die, pretty much.
Yeah.
As Ray and Ralphie will send this to a game 3.
Mm-hmm.
As Chag and his partner talking it out. Not quite sure what's going on here. See Ray and Ralphie, still, even if you win, man, it doesn't mean it's still not something you can talk about.
Absolutely, yeah. And the blue team, I mean not the blue team, the red team.
Like, there were a couple of instances where Ray and Ralphie were like Ralphie would go for a follow up, but Ray would be standing a little bit too close to him. So I think it's a matter of just getting your team spacings right, And the best part about teaming with somebody a lot is you don't have to feel afraid to like yell at them if you're doing something wrong. Like, I feel terrible yelling at a stranger about teams if I just team with them, like, randomly that day. But when you team with someone enough times, it's like, yo, man, like, cut the esports and, like, get your esports and head in the game.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, when you're close enough to somebody, they do it out of love.
I mean, I hope so.
Yeah.
It's a very bad relationship.
Yeah. And Luma, losing her first stock, if you can sort of call it. Going to be able to die to that up air. This is what I like to call, never mind, Utopian Ray's dead.
That's what we call death.
Yeah, never mind. Forget what I was saying before. Utopian Ray already down to his second stock, losing that first one. Not too early, but like about 40 seconds in.
Yeah,
not too bad.
Air to air, like Rosa has a really hard time dealing with Bayo, just because her hurt box is huge. Like we've been like uttering the whole time. Like, look, she just gets caught, and like there's only so much she can do. As Ralphie gonna lose that stock there.
Yeah,
rough.
And Chag is just. I mean, he's just doing what a Bayo does. He's roofing him at pretty much every chance he gets. He's just floating around up there, sort of acting like an eyes in the sky for the blue team, if you will, a little bit. Just like floating around up there, just waiting for Artik to be able to get them up to the top blast zones, and then he's just finishing them off with those patented Bayonetta combos. But I feel like the red team considering that Smashville has the smallest horizontal blast zones, I feel like they're going to be able to have an easier time killing off of the side. Not because, of course, they have Cloud, but of course they also have Rosa. With that back...
What? That was weird. The cinematics just kind of threw me out for a loop there. This should be stock.
People died.
Oh, that was so smart from Ray, running off stage with the up air to save Ralphie from any further pain.
Just going to pressure him with those up airs.
Yeah, that shield
down
pressure
to an Eminem.
was crazy coming out from Artik right there.
Yeah. That back air, I think, or I don't remember. I didn't see what that was, actually, but that's going to be able to do it against Chag for his first stock. And we have ourselves not exactly an even game because Utopian Ray is already down to his last. And it ain't that good of a position for the red team either. Both members of the blue team are down at a very, very low percent. And the red team does not have a Bayonetta to be able to get those early stocks in. So it's going to be, it's definitely an uphill battle for the red team right now, especially considering that Ralphie is already at very high percents on his own. But if anybody can do it, these guys can. Bob the Builder,
sure.
shoutouts. And that down air is going to be doing a lot of damage to Chag right there. And that F smash is going to get him off as it's going to be a kill.
Nope.
Utopian Ray just floating his way around, trying to be able to get that, but hitboxes on Bayonetta's recovery moves are just too prominent, too dominant.
Yeah, there's really not much you could have done about that. That neutral air will take the stock from Artik. So to slowly but surely, Ray and Ralphie are trying to get themselves back in it, and force to share stock is Ray. So now Ralphie going to have to play this one kind of close to the vest.
I don't know if you noticed.
That's going to be death. The down tilt to the up air will get the job done. So Ray's, again, has the uphill battle in front of him. As you see him just trying to match on a hit stun any way he can, and that will be game for Chag and Artik as they move on further in the winner's bracket.
Yeah, it was a very good set, but at the end the blue team just showed their adaptation was better and just was able to. They're
just a little bit cleaner in their team conversion and stuff like that.